Kwekwe, Annie Smith St. George, Kishkwanakwat Medicaz, Kidganzi Beyond Jaba, Nijigja, Minueta Mwapaka Kina, Babiak, Wasunjama, Pishashik, Anishinaabe, Algonquin. Greetings to all of you. Greetings to all on the Algonquin territory, the land of my ancestors, the land of my people, the Algonquin people. I welcome you on its territory. Bienvenue sur le grand territoire, le territoire algonquin, le territoire de mes grands-mères, puis mes arrière-grands-parents, mes ancêtres qui ont marché ce territoire ici, on the Algonquin territory, sur le territoire algonquin. As we move on today is the opening day of the summer solstice, and we're going into the month of the Indigenous festivities. Month of June is the month selected for the Indigenous people of Canada. Unfortunately, today is a day that we have to think, that we take a moment. And as I light up my smudge, especially today for me, my eldest son would have been 48 as well. In his memory, I've lost my son through suicide. As we open this smudge today, which is a virtual smudge, it's very unusual, but when you do it in a good way and you ask the Creator, and it's always going to reach the people. Today we were coming together, all the Anishinaabe people of Turtle Island, of Canada, to reflect a moment of silence for the children, 215 children that were in residential schools. We come in first in memory. We take this moment of silence for our ancestors, for those children who were found, the remains. This year, this festivity is going to be in remembrance of what had happened to us in Canada, the genocide that we lived. It was stories that were told when the truth came out of these residential schools. The stories of these graveyards have now been told in truth. These days, it's all hard for the survivors that remain. And we're going to put our thoughts together in this moment of silence. 215 children were found in a grave beside a residential school. 215. There's been 140 residential schools, around 140. It started in the early 1800s. And the last one was closed in 1996. Let us not forget that these schools were meant to kill the Indian in us. These schools were meant to break us. These schools were meant for a lot of things. Our people went through different sorts of suffering. I have many stories that have been shared to me. A lot of them, they will be shared during this month, because it's not going to be the only first one. There probably are many more to be found. Even though with these hard moments of COVID, I ask everybody, the Canadians, Quebecers, everybody, même les Québécois, de nous rejoindre, to come together and work together in reconciliation, and to be able to work together so that we can make a better place for our children, so that this will never happen again. The celebrations, as the drum starts, they'll be speaking, they'll be praying, a lot of prayers. This is the history month of our people, and the truth has to come out. And now the truth, some of the words and the stories were said of these graves. Now they are true. There's always a moment in time that things do reveal by itself. As we come together, it is our way, our culture, the original people here on the land, our people, is we always start in a good way. We always start with great respect, first of all, to those survivors and to everybody. We are inclusive in our circles, in our gatherings. We must care for one another, especially during these hard times of COVID. We must love and have love and compassion for others and continue. We must be able to trust one another, build this trust with one another, with schools. Rebuild the trust in schools. Rebuild the way they think towards Indigenous people. It still exists to this day. We must respect each other in a good way. And we always start any gatherings, any feast, anything, by thanking the Creator of what we have. As we start, Miigwech chikjamanido. Miigwech onje kakina kikiatono janinawad. Nige chikjamanoad apapaka kinawiya kusanchima. Chikjamigwech onjeka. Miigwech onje kakina gwech. Jesus, big Jesus, inikushak. Shishak, Naogadek, Igonsak, Kasisak, Nibi, Mashkikiwan, Mijin. Kakinaga Kichkiatono Janinuit. Chikjamigwa Choje Kakinawi Yakaya, Sanchuma, Akiwa, Mega. Kinki Kirstone Kakinawa Janinuit. Chikjamigwa Choje. I thank the Creator for this beautiful day, even though it's a hard day. The sun is rising. We're going into the summer. I thank the Creator for everything He's given us this day. The 4 seasons, the 4 winds, the earth, Mother Earth, and everything we got on earth. We're all complete. For everything He's given us from the sky world, from the bird life, from the animal world, right down to the smallest insects, the water we drink today, and everything we have. I thank the Creator for us, all of us here, all of us, humankind, 2-legged, for a great gift to be able to work together, to have a heart, to start to care for each other in a good way, to start to love and have compassion for each other in a good way, to start to develop trust among all of us, the Anishinaabe way, the Anishinaabes, and everybody, even throughout the world, and also to respect each other, and to especially to respect Mother Earth. These teachings were always they were all from our ancestors' teachings. We must stand strong as a nation, for the children need it. And they have to know our history, as well as all the Canadians should know our history. And it should go in the schools and continue. Our history is a long path of hardship. Since the first settlers put their foot on this land, we greeted them in a good way. We fed them. We nourished them. We took care of them. We had compassion because they were sick. So we gave them medicines. We clothed them, and we even taught them how to live in these cold winter areas of Canada. We opened our arms in a good way, and we still do in a good way. We come together during this month to work together with good relationship with others so that we can be able to work together in a good way. We start to work with each other. It has been too long that our people have suffered. It is now time where things should change in a good way, with harmony, working in harmony. For our children, and that this never happens again for our people. As we go into the solstice, there's a festivity going to be happening. There's going to be powwows, celebrations, feasts. We're going to continue to walk in this way. We're going to stand strong together, even though COVID is there, even though there's great sickness upon us. We must take care of our elders during these times, the knowledge keepers, the elderly people as well. We must take care of our children, the vulnerable ones, in a good way. Young men, you must stand, all of you. You've got this gift and this strength to care for your women, to care for your mothers, and to care for your daughters, so that not another daughter will go missing. That is your gift from the Creator, is to give you that strength. Also, and to be able to care. If you do not care for your mother, you do not love her, you do not respect her, you will therefore not respect Mother Earth. We have to care for Mother Earth as well. She feeds us, as your mother fed you. This year, this history month, the whole month, we will be sharing, on va partager avec tout le monde à travers Canada notre histoire, l'histoire qu'on vient de découvrir. Ça va être difficile à attendre. Quand vous y ont trouvé un enfant, des enfants, on ne parle pas des adultes, on parle des enfants, jusqu'à l'âge de 4 ans, très jeune. N'oubliez pas, l'école résidentielle, ils ont enlevé les enfants de leurs parents. Ils ont volé les enfants. Ils ont rentré dans les communautés où ils demeuraient, puis prendre les enfants, sans demander. Si les parents y résistaient, ils se fait mettre en prison. If the children, we must not forget that our children were stolen from their parents. They were taken far away. And if the parents resisted, or the child resisted, the child would be removed and the parent would go to jail. This is a part of our story of the residential school. They're taken from age of 4 and on. These stories are going to surface again. Our people are still hurting. We must think of those and be very respectful for these survivors. But we must also rejoice during this month, because laughter and being and and also taken part in our dances, our culture, our ways, will bring us back to be strong. There is many healing process that we can go through during these times to stand strong. And we unfortunately can't gather as much as we did, but hopefully towards the end of the month, we will be able to gather. Here, there's going to be festivities, there's going to be music shows online, and if we could get together, then we could do it in a safe way. That means respect each other in a very safe way because of this illness. As we come together as one and stand strong for our children. We must not go out there and get angry. We must reflect. Reflect before we talk. Reflect before we take action. Because at the end of the day, we want a better place for our children. We want to be able for them to be proud of who they are as the original people of this land, the First Nations, the Inuit, and the Métis. We want them to be proud of who they are and where they come from. We want to enjoy also the other way culture. We want to be able to celebrate with all of us together. And so that this month will be not only a sad month, but a very, very, I want it to be a history month, a reflection month. I would like to see a reflection month, and also to celebrate together our dark history, but also our resilient history. We are moving forward into resiliency. There now we are on a survival mode, like I'm on a survival mode, till we accept that we cannot change the past, but we could really increase together the future and make a better place for all our children and the future generations to come. Not only the 7, but many more. I thank you for inviting me to open this session in a good way so that we can also celebrate in good and have fun. Je vous remercie les organisateurs pour les festivités autochtones, mois de juin, l'histoire aussi. Thank you. Merci, Miigwech, for inviting me to open up this special event, this great event, and especially during these hard times and also these dark moments of history that has surfaced again. Miigwech. Take care. Keep safe, all of you, from my nation to all the other nations throughout the country. Miigwech.